Hey everyone, welcome to Reading Facial Expressions Like a Pro. Today, we're diving headfirst into the utterly fascinating world of what people's faces really tell us. It's truly amazing how much we can communicate without saying a single word.
Indeed, facial expressions are arguably the most powerful nonverbal cues we possess. Understanding them is not just an intriguing skill, it's absolutely essential for effective communication in every aspect of our daily lives, from personal relationships to professional interactions. They truly are a window into the soul.
So, moving on from the general idea, let's really dive into the core of facial expressions, the seven universal emotions. It's fascinating because no matter where you go in the world, these seven are recognized across cultures.
Absolutely. Dr. Paul Ekman's pioneering research truly solidified this. He identified joy, sadness, anger, fear, surprise, disgust, and contempt as having distinct facial signals that are universally understood, even in isolated communities. For instance, joy is typically shown with the corners of the mouth pulled up and back, often with a Duchenne smile, where the muscles around the eyes contract, creating those delightful crinkles.
Oh, the Duchenne smile. That's the truly genuine one, right? You know, the one that reaches your eyes, not just your mouth. You see that when someone gets a really thoughtful gift or hears a fantastic piece of news. It's truly heartwarming.
Precisely. Then there's sadness, often characterized by the inner corners of the eyebrows being drawn up and the corners of the lips pulled down. Think of it as a subtle droop.
Yes, like when you've just heard some disappointing news, or maybe when your favorite team loses a really important match. It's that quiet, inward kind of grief.
Indeed. And anger, on the other hand, presents with the eyebrows drawn down and together, often a glaring look and the lips pressed firmly together.
Right, that's the classic don't mess with me face. You see that when someone cuts you off in traffic or when a child feels unfairly treated. It's very clear, very direct.
Fear, by contrast, involves the eyebrows raised and drawn together, with the upper eyelids raised and the mouth open, often with the lips slightly stretched back. It's that wide-eyed, gasping expression.
Like when you hear a sudden loud noise in the dark, or you nearly trip on a step, your eyes just go wide, almost instinctively.
And surprise is quite similar to fear in some aspects, with raised eyebrows and wide open eyes, but the mouth is typically open in a more relaxed way, creating an O shape. And it's usually fleeting.
Ah, yes, when you walk into a surprise party or a friend suddenly appears when you weren't expecting them. It's that instant whoa before you process it.
Quite. Disgust is unmistakable, often involving a wrinkled nose and a raised upper lip, sometimes accompanied by a visible tongue.
That's the ew face, isn't it? Like when you taste something truly awful or smell something absolutely foul, it's a full body recoil.
Absolutely. Finally, we have contempt, which is more subtle. It's a unilateral raising of the lip corner, often described as a smirk. It's one-sided and indicates a feeling of superiority or disdain.
That's a powerful one, almost the silent judgment. You see it when someone thinks they're clearly better than another, or they're just completely dismissive of an idea. It speaks volumes without a single word. That's truly fascinating how universal these core emotions are. But what about when someone is trying to hide what they're truly feeling? Is there a way to unmask those hidden emotions?
Indeed, there is. And this brings us to the intriguing world of micro-expressions. Imagine a blink, but for an emotion. These are incredibly brief, involuntary facial expressions that flash across a person's face for just a fraction of a second, typically between 1/25th and 1/5 of a second.
Wow, that's incredibly fast. So they're practically imperceptible to the untrained eye.
Precisely. They're often so quick that many people don't even register them consciously. But they are a powerful indicator of true emotion because they occur before an individual has a chance to consciously mask or suppress their feelings. Even if someone is trying to put on a brave face or feign an emotion, a microexpression might betray their real state.
So it's like a tiny involuntary leap of their true feelings. That's amazing. How did we even discover something so subtle?
Much of our understanding comes from the pioneering work of Dr. Paul Ekman, a renowned psychologist and researcher in the field of emotions and facial expressions. His extensive studies, particularly on the universality of facial expressions and deception, brought microexpressions into the academic spotlight. He developed the Facial Action Coding System, or FACS, which is a comprehensive method for anatomically classifying all observable facial movements.
Ah, the facial action coding system. I've heard of that. So Ekman's research showed that these fleeting expressions are legitimate indicators.
Absolutely. His work and that of his colleagues demonstrated through countless studies that microexpressions are reliable signals of underlying emotional states, even when those emotions are consciously being suppressed. They serve as a crucial window into someone's authentic feelings, especially in high-stakes situations where deception might be at play. It's truly a powerful tool for understanding nonverbal communication. While we've talked about universal emotions, it's crucial to acknowledge that cultural backgrounds significantly influence both the display and interpretation of facial expressions. This can often lead to fascinating misunderstandings.
Oh, absolutely. I've definitely heard stories about that. So even though someone might feel joy, how they show it can be completely different depending on where they grew up.
Precisely. Take, for instance, the simple act of smiling. In many Western cultures, it's a direct sign of happiness or friendliness. However, in some East Asian cultures, a smile might be used to mask embarrassment, discomfort, or even sadness to maintain harmony. Interpreting that as pure joy could be a misread.
Wow, that's such a powerful difference. What about other expressions?
Consider eye contact. In Western societies, direct eye contact is often seen as a sign of honesty and engagement. But in certain parts of the Middle East, Asia, or Latin America, prolonged direct eye contact can be perceived as aggressive, disrespectful, or even challenging authority. Avoiding eye contact there might be a sign of deference, not deception.
That makes so much sense. So a common mistake people make is assuming that their own cultural rules for expressions apply everywhere else.
Indeed, we often project our own cultural lens onto others. Another common misstep is interpreting an expression in isolation without considering the full context or other accompanying body language. A frowned brow might mean confusion, not anger, if someone's also leaning forward intently, trying to understand. Always look at the whole picture. Right, let's turn this knowledge into action. For our listeners who want to sharpen their observational skills, the first tip is conscious practice. Actively observe people in everyday situations. Silently guess what emotion they might be feeling solely based on their facial cues.
Yes, it's like a game. Try doing it when you're waiting in line at the coffee shop or on public transport. Don't stare, of course, but just subtly notice the slight upturn of a lip, the furrow of a brow. You'll be amazed at how much you start to pick up.
Precisely. Another crucial element is context. A frown might indicate anger, but if someone's just walked into a surprisingly cold room, it could simply be surprise or discomfort. Always consider the situation and environment.
And don't forget congruence. Does their facial expression match their words or their overall body language? If someone says they're fine with a tight, strained smile and crossed arms, the facial expression is just one piece of the puzzle. Look for the whole picture. Practice makes perfect here. So, to quickly recap, we've journeyed from the 7 universal emotions to the subtle revelations of microexpressions, and even touched upon how cultural nuances shape our understanding. Remember, facial expressions are a powerful silent language.
Absolutely. We hope you'll take these insights and apply them, paying closer attention to the faces around you. It truly enhances connection and understanding. Thank you so much for joining us on Reading Facial Expressions Like a Pro.